May is National Foster Care Awareness Month. In Oklahoma right now, there are more than 6,500 children in state custody, and about 450 are waiting for a foster home. Well, Andrea Buck from the Oklahoma Department of Human Services is here to talk about how you can help children who are currently in the foster care system. First off, thanks for joining us and talking about such an important topic. Describe the need right now for foster families.
So there is a great need for foster families, mainly for older teenage kids, kids who are school age, and families throughout the state and all communities as well.
And tell everybody about it. Okay, what kind of process does somebody who's interested in maybe fostering, what kind of process do they go through?
So the process can be intense, a background check, training, home assessments, but there's a foster care specialist to guide you through that process.
When you talk about training, some of that can be done online though, and so
Yes.
you can do that. You have certain deadlines you have to meet, but
Right.
You've got a little bit of time to do that.
Yes, we do have online options, but we also have in-person, which can be beneficial as well.
And basically some of the in-person visits they're just making sure your house is safe, making sure if you have toddlers that you're going to be fostering, the outlets are plugged and things like that, right?
Right, just ensuring the safety of the home, and like you said, background checks. We assess the families that are going to be providing care for the children.
Because you want to make sure it's a good fit for that family as well.
Right, and we try to look at the needs of the family and pair them with children that fit into their families well and things like that as well.
Mm-hmm. Now, during the pandemic, I mean, there was a real need for even more foster parents because many older folks that maybe fostered children decided, I don't want to take a chance at catching COVID. Are you starting to get caught up as far as that goes, or is that starting to return back to normal at all?
So there's always a need for foster parents in Oklahoma, and you're right, we did see several foster homes close during that time, but there's a continuous need. You know, sometimes foster parents can only do that for so long. It's not always something that people stay in long term, but we continuously need families to step up and foster. And
I think a lot of families think that it's going to be a very long-term commitment, say 6 months or a year or 2 years or something like that, and that might prohibit them from signing up. But sometimes you just need respite or emergency care, right?
Right, and like you said, sometimes it can be long-term. The goal of foster care is for families to provide a temporary, nurturing environment until kids can be back with their birth family in a healthy environment. But sometimes we do need short-term respite type care that people may be willing to step in and help for a shorter time period.
And just respite, so you know, is just like if somebody is fostering a child and they need to go out of town for a wedding, or if they have an emergency in their own family, then somebody can watch the foster child for, say, a few days or a week or so.
Right. If the family, like you said, has an emergency or has to go out of town, they're able to kind of step in and be a support to that foster family.
What's the one thing you would say to people as far as if you had to try to touch their heart to encourage them to foster? What would you say to them right now?
Well, I think just the fact that there are several children in our state that are in need, children who have experienced trauma, who may, you know, be going through things that are difficult for them, and foster families can really be a safe place for children to heal. And so just if you have a heart to be a foster parent, to help children, to really help families and help to bring families where they're healthy again, then I think that, you know, that is something to look into.
We need Oklahomans to step up and help out.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, Andrea, thank you very much for being here. We'll be right back.